don't secure your windows when they leave, and it's wide open. About 1/3 of all burglaries, according to numbers that the FBI puts out, 1/3 of all burglaries are homes where there was no challenge for a person to get in. They just walk right in through an open door. So the harder you make it for them to get in, the less likely they're going to want to try it. If you have an alarm, set the alarm, activate the alarm. If you don't have an alarm, consider getting it. They're a great deterrent in and of themselves. Just having that sign out front saying protected by ADT or protected by, whatever other home security is out there, is something that will make it less likely for someone to come to your residence because they don't want to encounter an alarm, because when the alarm goes off, we get called, they don't want to see us. It's basically how it all works. One of the other things you can do is if you're going away on vacation, prepare for that trip. Talk to your neighbors. Have them watching out for your home. Tell them if people should be coming or going from your home. If you have someone coming to feed the pets or water the plants, whatever the case may be, let them know who that person might be, what kind of vehicles they drive, when they might expect them to be there. So if they see activity at your home when you're not there and someone shouldn't be there, then they're more likely to call us to come and check it out. If you have newspapers being delivered or mail or packages that you're expecting while you're gone, arrange to have those put on hold or have your package delivered to another location. Have a neighbor or friend come pick it up. So that way they're not piling up out there. If you drive around right now at this time of night and you go past a house that's completely dark, that you see packages still on the doorstep, mail still in the mailbox, it's visible from the street, what are you going to think? Nobody's home. So if nobody's home, now's my chance to try to get in there and get what I want because I don't want to be confronted by a homeowner. Because if I get confronted by them, I might get caught, or they could at least identify who I am, so that if I do get caught, now they can add on more potential charges. One of the greatest technologies that's out there right now that you can try to get is a smart doorbell. It's basically a little piece of electronic equipment that acts just like a regular doorbell. You put it outside your home, and people can come and ring your doorbell, but what it does is it connects to your computer network within your house, and if you're not home, it'll send you an alert that someone's at your door. A lot of them are sophisticated enough that you can see through video, interact through audio with the individual. Some of them even record. So if someone comes up to your door, you can get a picture of who came to your door. As you're talking to them, they don't know if you're home or if you're not home. But if you're having that interaction with them, they're less likely to try to make the attempt to get in because they may be afraid that you can identify them, that you're going to call somebody and they're going to be there before they can get in and get what they want and get out. So it's out there on the market. They're a couple $100. There's no particular model that we would recommend over one model or another. Same thing with home security systems. There's not one that we recommend or endorse over another, but they're technology that's out there that you can utilize to help safeguard your home. One of the things that we do talk about heavily, and you'll hear it a couple of times throughout this here, is stay vigilant. Keep an eye on what's going on out there. Talk to your neighbors, share information with them. If there's something that you think is suspicious or out of place, trust your instincts. Probably is. Give us a call, we'll come and check it out. I've always tell people that it's not a waste of our time. We don't get it in a negative way to come and find out that, oh, it wasn't suspicious in nature, it was actually a legitimate situation that was taking place. We would much rather come and do that. Much rather find out, oh, this guy was supposed to be there, he was working on the house and the homeowner approved it and it's all set and everything's good. We'd much rather find that than find out after the fact that, yeah, the guy that you saw there doing all sorts of stuff, he was actually robbing the home, or burglarizing the home, taking stuff out of the residence. So stay vigilant, be aware of your surroundings, trust your instincts. That's one of the big things that we try to get across as best we can to people. If you want to move on to the next one here, we got the vehicle break-ins. One of the things that you can do to help minimize your potential of being the victim of a vehicle break-in, keep your car visible. Don't park it in areas where it's kind of concealed, next to larger vehicles, next to large foliage. Park in areas that are well lit if you can. Because again, at nighttime, these guys that are doing this activity, they don't want to be seen, they don't want to be caught. So if they can operate in secrecy or darkness where no one can see them, they have greater opportunity to get away with what they want to do. So try to keep your car visible. Keep your car locked. Keep your windows locked and shut. Again, there's a good percentage of vehicles that are broken into because of the fire, or not necessarily broken into, but that things are taken from the vehicle because the vehicle's left open. They just open the door, they have full access to the vehicle, rummage through, find whatever it is that they want. If you have an alarm, activate the vehicle's alarm. Again, it'll send off that audible sound if someone tries to enter and they're not supposed to be in there. It'll cause attention. They don't want attention. They want to get away from attention. They'll be less likely to do anything to your vehicle at that point. Don't keep valuables inside your vehicle. Hide your valuables. Purses, laptop bags, backpacks. Those are items that frequently will be removed from a vehicle by someone looking to steal items because they'll see them in the vehicle as they pass. They're enticing. They can easily smash the window, grab it, and go. So don't leave your vehicles inside don't leave your valuables inside your vehicle, excuse me. Don't leave your keys inside the vehicle. You'd be surprised how many situations we've gone to where cars get stolen because there was a set of keys left inside the vehicle and someone gained entry to the vehicle in one way or another. Even situations where it's not the key for that vehicle, but it's the key for the other vehicle at the residence. We've had that happen where one vehicle gets broken into, the car next to it got stolen because the key for that car was in the car that got out. If you're going to places and you have items that you plan on stowing in your trunk or items you plan on concealing before when you get to your next location, do that before you leave your current location. Don't do it when you arrive. A lot of times people are looking to break into vehicles, they'll sit and watch the parking lot. They'll watch for people to come and go. And what they'll watch for is for people to go and take large bags and put them in the trunk and close the trunk and walk away. Because now you've just made it easier for them. They know where all the stuff is and the car will go right to the trunk. So you can break in the window. A lot of vehicles now have a mechanism that allow you access to the trunk from inside the vehicle. And unless you disable that, they now have full access to your trunk and all the items you just put in there. Store your accessories for items as well. Your iPhone chargers, your cell phone chargers, whatever the case may be. If they see those in the vehicle, there's a chance that you may have left that in the vehicle. So they'll the associated item with it, which is enticing for them to go and break in and try to see if they can locate it. Skipping down a couple here, again, use your anti-theft devices, your alarms, but use your visible anti-theft devices as well. If you have a club, everyone familiar with the club, the thing you put on the steering wheel makes it difficult to drive if somebody tries to get in there. If you have it, use it. The more stuff they see like that, the less likely they're going to target your particular vehicle. Never leave your vehicle running and unattended with the keys inside of it there. It happens a lot during winter where people want to try to warm up the car before they leave, and it makes for an easy target, and it can happen extremely quickly. I live in Wauwatosa. My next door neighbor a couple weeks ago left his coffee on the coffee table in the living room, ran from the vehicle to the front door, went inside, 5 steps to his coffee table, grabbed it, turned around, came back out. Somebody already jumped in his car, backed it out of the driveway, and was gone. So it can happen quickly. So don't, even for a second. But again, back on the last slide, stay vigilant, trust your instincts. If something seems out of place, if you see somebody going, walking around, checking door handles, looking in the cars, call us. We'll be happy to come out and look at it and find out what that individual is up to. Other things that you can do to help prevent crime within the village here, form or participate in a block watch. Any block watch that we have initiated, we'll have an officer set a startup meeting with them. They'll go through basic home security, personal safety, help them determine what constitutes suspicious activity. So if they're not sure when they should call or when they shouldn't call, help try to kind of clarify that. Again, when in doubt, call. When in doubt, call. It's not a big thing for us to come out and check it out. If it turns out to be completely legitimate, all the better. All the better. We're happy with that. Another service that we do offer as a department is obtaining a home security inspection. We have an officer who is well trained in this. He'll come to your house, he'll go through your home, look at your security aspects of your home, go walk around your property, look at your security aspects of your property, offer suggestions of things that you can do to help improve security and personal safety at your home. If anybody's interested in that, again, if you just contact our department, we can help get those things initiated there. Again, we report suspicious activity. We can't say that enough. Notify us of anything you see that may be suspicious in nature. And one of the big things we can do coming up here that we're just releasing is our crime reports. Participate in that. A lot of people now have the home security systems, which is outstanding. Some of the security systems are very sophisticated and have their own home security cameras. If you have those, you can register those with the department so we know what locations have them. It may not be necessarily for a crime that happened at your house, but maybe your neighbor got burglarized. And your security cameras may have got some footage of the suspect or their vehicle that they used in the commission of their crime. That type of information is invaluable to us to help identify these people and get them apprehended and prevent this from happening. The new crime reports, we'll get into that a little bit further again down the road here, but you have the ability to submit tips, and you can do it through your remote, your mobile devices anywhere in the world. You know, if you find out from your neighbor that something suspicious happened, you can send us a tip, and we'd be happy to look into it. So those are just some of the things that you do from a crime prevention standpoint. And one of the things that we'd like to try to transition into now is the next slide here should be our numbers for next year for UCR comparison. Now UCR, when you see that term, it's basically an acronym for Uniform Crime Reporting. It's a system that was set up by the FBI years ago to kind of report and track criminal activity within jurisdictions in the United States. And what you see on the slide here are some of the main categories that they have for UCR reporting: homicide, forcible rape, robbery, assault, burglary, theft, motor vehicle theft, and arson. And then the bottom line is just a combined total of those particular activities, or categories, I should say.
What's burglary, what's theft?
I'm sorry?
What's burglary and what's theft?
Burglary is basically the criminal trespass to a dwelling, being a house, garage, what have you, to commit theft or another felony. So theft, the difference with that would be like if you leave a bicycle on your front lawn and I come walking by and I take the bicycle off your front lawn, that's a theft. If you leave your bicycle locked in your garage and I break into your garage and steal the bicycle, that's a burglary.
And robbery is from walking down the street?
Yeah, and it could also be retail theft as well, yes.
And robbery?
Robbery is involves some element of physical force. Like say you're walking down the street with your bicycle, pushing it along, and I come up and I physically grab the bicycle from you, take it from you physically, and run away with it. That would be an act of robbery.
Thank you.
Okay. So in the third category from the right there, under 2016, you see the numbers that we had for the past year here. And going down the categories there, we did have, unfortunately, one forcible rape that did take place. It's the first one we had in 3 years within the village. We did have 8 robberies, which is a reduction of 38% from our 2015 number, and a reduction of 58% from 2014. Our assaults were 9, which is a reduction of 31% from both the prior years. Our burglary numbers for the year, we had ended up with 26 official confirmed burglaries, and that was a 16% change from the year prior where we had 31, and a 30% change from the year prior where we had 37. Our theft numbers, we came in at 207 thefts, up slightly from the year before. Motor vehicle thefts were up this last year, 26 of those compared to the year prior. And then if you go to the next slide here, we take that information, we like to try to compare it year to year to identify how are we trending within the last years. And one of the things that we like to do is not just look at last year and the year before, but we like to look at the overall trend. And on this screen here, you'll see the numbers for those categories that were on the prior screen, all the way back to 2006 through 2016. And if you look back, going back into 2013, 2012, you'll see some of those numbers are significantly higher than where they were. For example, like the theft category there, if you look back into 13, 12, 11, you're in the 300s at that point. If you go back to 2009, you're almost at 400 thefts that we had in the village. Burglaries, again, you look back, we had 26 this last year, you start going back into the 2010 range, 2009, you're at 43, 58, or 2008 at 53, and so on. So as far as the trend has gone for the last 10 years, we're definitely trending better than we started at that span of time that we're looking at here. The numbers are significantly lower in most of the categories at that point. You want to move to the next one, please? We took that a little bit further. We wanted to look and see, okay, how are we looking as far as this last year compared to what the average total was for the entire 20-year time span. Not necessarily looking year to year, but looking at the overall average for the last 20 years. Where are we at? And you'll see the comparisons there that